So good afternoon students. So already we have discussed about some factors affecting drug absorption. With this we will discuss about some other factors which are affecting your drug absorption, like your salt form of the drug. Generally when we will take a salt form of the drug, it will increase the solubility, because when we will make a salt form means when we are taking a weakly acidic drug and we are making a salt with strong base. If we are taking a weakly basic drug, we are converting it to a salt of strong base. So it will increase the solubility, because it will act as a buffer on the surface. That means the stagnant layer, what I told, it will act as a buffer. So irrespective of any type of pH, irrespective of pH changes, the drug will dissolute from the particular stagnant layer. So generally always remember, in the form of unionized form only the drug are absorbed more. So that's why acidic drugs if you are taking, it will be well absorbed in the acidic medium, that is your stomach. If you are taking a weakly basic drug, it will be well absorbed in the intestine, because it will be stay as unionized form in that particular area. Suppose acidic drug it won't ionize in stomach, so that's why it will stay in unionized form. So it will absorb better from the particular area. So that's why salt form of the drug will increase the solubility of the drugs. And also coming to the next one, lipophilicity of the drug. Lipophilicity and drug pKa are related to one theory, hypothesis, that is known as pH partition hypothesis. So as per this pH partition hypothesis, which is given by Brody, one scientist, which explains that if the drug compound of molecular weight greater than 100, these are primarily transported through the biomembranes by passive diffusion mechanism, and the process of absorption is governed by two steps. First one, dissolution constant, that is your pK value. Second one, lipid solubility of the unionized drug and pH of the absorption site. Try to understand what the pH partition hypothesis states. If a drug compound molecular weight greater than 100, it is primarily transported via passive transport mechanism. It is transported via passive transport mechanism or passive diffusion mechanism. And the process of absorption depends upon three parameters. The first one, dissociation constant, pK value. Second one, lipid solubility of the unionized drug, and pH of the absorption site. So that's why it's very important for us at which type of drug we have to choose and which region the drug should be absorbed, that we can decide. So there is a parameters given. If you are taking a weakly acidic drugs, how the pK is affected. For example, we will take a weak acidic drugs and we are taking a pK value is more than 8, then the absorption will be rapid and independent of GI pH. If pK value within the range of 2.5 to 7.5, then it is greatly affected by the pH. So that's why the pH, the absorption is known as pH dependent. So like pK value is less than 2.5, then it is completely ionized. It is completely ionized in all pH. That means its absorption is very slow. Like that, if you take a basic drug and its pK value is less than 5, for example theophylline, caffeine, then and benzodiazepines, then what will happen? All the drugs are stay in unionized form in all pH values, so it will be well absorbed. If pK range is 5 to 11, then it is pH dependent, and if pK value is more than 11, then it is completely ionized in case of weakly basic drugs. So these points you have to remember what I told. Then coming to the next factor, dosage form factors. So dosage form factors also it's called as pharmacotechnical factors. So these pharmacotechnical factors also affecting the drug dissolution. The first one, disintegration time. So disintegration time is also affecting the dissolution and absorption of drug, because when the drug is not able to disintegrate, when the dosage form is not able to disintegrate well in the stomach, then it will not dissolute, because the dissolution always will occur from the small particles, not from the large dosage form. First step is it has to disintegrate to small particles, and from that the drug will dissolute. So that's why some of the drugs there they are having the disintegration problem. In these cases, what will happen? The dissolution also will be delayed. Like that, different types of manufacturing variables also affecting your dissolution of drugs, like method of granulation. If you are using different types of granulation techniques by using different polymers, hydrophobic polymers, then its solubility will be decreases. Also, its dissolution will be decreases. And if you are applied more compressive force, then also the hardness will be more, disintegration time will be more, and dissolution will be slower. Like that, different pharmaceutical ingredients also affecting your dissolution of drugs or absorption of drugs. So this is known as your formulation factor. Like different excipients we are using, like some vehicles we are using, like aqueous vehicle we are using, and non-aqueous water miscible vehicle we are using, and also sometimes we are using water immiscible vehicles we are using, where oils we are using. So this type of, if you are using oil type vehicles, then definitely it will having some retarding properties, dissolution retarding properties, and the dissolution will be slower. Like vegetable oils if you use, then it will affect the dissolution. Like that, different types of diluents which are affecting your dissolution. And if you are using, for example, you are using calcium supplements, and you are using a diluent dicalcium phosphate, calcium carbonate. So this type of excipients will make a complex with some drugs, for example tetracycline. If you are taking dicalcium phosphate or calcium carbonate, the calcium ion will bind with the tetracycline and it will make a complex, it will make an unabsorbable complex. So it will affect your drug absorption and dissolution. Like that, binder, different granulating agents, we are taking a hydrophilic or lipophilic binder, that will affect your dissolution. Disintegrants, which type of disintegrant we are using, that also affecting your dissolution, because sometimes we are using a good disintegrant which will disintegrate the tablet very well and it will increase the absorption of drugs. Sometimes lubricants, anti-frictional agents, lubricant and anti-frictional agents are generally lipophilic in nature. So that's why different types of stearic acid, magnesium stearate, talc. So this type of substances are completely lipophilic in nature, and this will delay the dissolution of drugs. If you are taking in more quantity, this will delay the dissolution. And then coming to the coating of the tablets, we are doing different types of coating: enteric coating, sugar coating, non-enteric film coating, for making to prevent different types of hazards. So if you take enteric coating, the dissolution will be slower. Then your sugar coating, then finally film coating. Like that, also we are using different types of suspending agent and viscosity imparters. So these will also affect the dissolution. We are using surfactants, different types of buffers, different types of complexing agent. So this type of agents also affect your dissolution of drugs. Then coming to nature and type of dosage form. Which type of dosage form we are taking, this type of dosage form also will affect the dissolution of drugs. For example, if we take solution, emulsion, suspension, then the solution having the highest dissolution, because already it is in the form of solution, so no need to solubilize it, can be easily miscible with the gastric fluid. Then coming to next one, emulsion, then suspension, then capsules, tablets, coated tablets, enteric coated tablets, then you will finally sustained release tablet which are having less dissolution. So this is the given how the dissolution is affecting the different dosage forms. So this is all about your pharmacotechnical factor or dosage form factor. The next class we will discuss about patient related factor and some other factors which are affecting the dissolution of the drugs. Thank you.